What is the first thing you think of when you hear the name Enya? Is it this? Is it this? Only time. Exactly. What if I were to tell you that Enya had a dark side? What if I were to tell you that Enya has a song that is so dark, so menacing, so evil sounding, that when you hear it, the earth itself opens up and the most wicked, awesome heavy metal power emerges? It is awesome. And this dark masterpiece is in Latin, one of the most magical languages. Today we're going to take a look at this dark Enya song that you may not even be aware of. I'm going to provide a more thorough translation than what's available on the internet, and I'm going to offer my interpretation of what this strange collection of mysterious words might mean. So get ready to get your Orinoco flow on, and sit back and enjoy Latin for witches and wizards. Okay, obviously I played with the title and thumbnail of this video because, as you probably know, Enya doesn't actually have a dark side or any evil songs. She is a pure, radiant Celtic goddess. I actually suspect that she might be an angel. But this one does sound quite dark, and to my knowledge, this is the only one of Enya's songs that sounds dark. This track is called Tempus Vernum. It's in Latin. It's on the album A Day Without Rain, and it is basically an evil-sounding, heavy metal-sounding witch incantation from Hades. I love this song. It gives me chills every time I hear it. This song feels a bit out of place on this album, and a bit out of place in all of her repertoire. To my knowledge, it's the only really evil-sounding song that she has. The entire song is based on a repeating tritone, the most evil-sounding interval in music. It repeats over and over, driving and marching. It almost sounds like an army of goblins marching towards the village. Also, by the way, contrary to popular belief, the tritone was never banned by the church, and no one was ever excommunicated from the church for using it. This is an exaggeration and a myth that's persisted for many years. In fact, my music theory professor in college, who happened to be the director of the entire music department, told us this fallacious story. Have you ever been told this myth before? If you'd like to study it, there's an excellent, extremely interesting, and extremely thorough and well done video by Adam Neely on YouTube, The Great Myth of the Medieval Tritone Ban. That being said, no one can deny that this interval sounds quite evil. When you get into Enya, you quickly find out that Enya is actually three people that made these brilliant albums. Nicky Ryan is the producer, Roma Ryan is the lyricist, and Enya is the musician and singer. So today we're actually honoring Roma Ryan, who composed these mysterious lyrics. This is a strange collection of abstract Latin words, which don't really form sentences, but they do all work together to sound like a very powerful incantation. Whenever I hear this song, I just picture a powerful wizard or sorceress on top of a mountain chanting magical words into the heavens with gathering storm clouds and lightning and thunder and rising power. Enya actually used the Italian or ecclesiastical pronunciation, but today I'll be using the classical Roman pronunciation. These are both correct ways to pronounce Latin, but just so you know, some of the words I say might sound a little different in the recording. Okay, let's dive into the Latin lyrics. Ergo. Ergo. This word can mean a lot of things and has many uses. The most common one is therefore. The translations of these lyrics that I found online all simply say therefore, but I feel like Roma may have intended something different. Because ergo can also mean then or now. For example, now ocean, then stars. Also, it can be used as sort of a declaration or a continuation of speech, like I say or as I was saying. I say north and south. I say east and west. So in this song, I get the sense this word is repeated as a way of invoking or calling all of these different things. Moving on, Oceanus, or in ecclesiastical, Oceanus, ocean. Maritimus. This is an adjective meaning of the sea, marine, seafaring, maritime. But also figuratively, this can mean changeable, as in changing like the sea. I saw one translation out there that said maritimus means sea. I believe they think it's a noun, sea, but in Latin that's mare. So I'm afraid that that person is just wrong. However, if they mean sea as an adjective, like sea hag, then they're correct. Ergo, I say, or now, or therefore. Opacare. This word gave me the most trouble in this translation because it's clearly a verb meaning to shade, to make shady, or to overshadow. Some translations out there say this word means dusk, but to the best of my knowledge, that is incorrect. Perhaps there is a source somewhere where a poet used this word to mean dusk, but I did check many sources, and I strongly concluded that opacare is the infinitive of the verb meaning to shade, to make shady, or to overshadow. In some cases, the infinitive can be used as an ing word like overshadowing, so this might be what Roma was suggesting. Next word, matutinus. Also, people have interpreted this word to mean morning, but in fact it's an adjective meaning early in the morning or of the morning. It does mean morning, but only in the sense of an adjective, like morning coffee. Caffea matutina. The adjectives we see in this song may be used poetically to mean all things pertaining to. For instance, maritimus may mean all things of the sea, and perhaps matutinus means all the things of the early morning. Ergo. Again, we see ergo repeating, I say or now. Moving on, septentrio. This is clear. This word refers to the 7 stars of the constellation known as the Great Bear or the Little Bear, or more familiar to us, the Big and Little Dippers. But it also means simply the direction north. In this case, it obviously means north because it's accompanied by all the other cardinal directions. Meridies. This means south. And a fun side note on this word is, this word can also mean midday or noon. That's where we get AM and PM for our times. They are Latin. AM, ante meridiem, before noon. And PM, post meridiem, afternoon. Continuing, ergo. Again, she repeats ergo before all of these words, suggesting I say or because of. Occidens. This means the setting sun, or it can simply mean the direction west. The word is related to occido, occidere, to fall or to fall down. Here in this song, it just means west. Et, as you probably know, simply means and. Orientes. This word is a form of oriens, which means rising, and can mean daybreak, dawn, or sunrise. Also, it can simply mean the direction east. Orientes is the genitive case of this word. Orientes actually means of the east. This is where we get our English word oriental. In this song, this obviously simply means the direction east. That's also why Latin is such a great language for magic, because each word can contain a multitude of meanings. All those words repeat again, like a chant, and then Roma and Enya continue with ergo once again. Terra, earth. Stella, stars. Hiems, winter. Aestas, summer. Or as you'll commonly hear in the Italian pronunciation, estas, estas. Autumnus, autumn. Et, and. And now we get the title of the song, Tempus Vernum. Or you might hear, Tempus Vernum. Both of these are correct. And these two words together mean springtime. Tempus means time, vernum or vernum is an adjective that means pertaining to spring. Radius solis, a ray of sunshine or a sunbeam. Et, and. Umbra. This word can mean many different things. Shade, shadow, phantom, ghost, darkness, gloom, shelter, cover, privacy. Clearly in this witchy song it means something like darkness. Ignis, or you may hear sometimes ignis. I prefer ignis. This word means fire. Aqua, water. Caelum, heaven or sky. And in ecclesiastical or Italian pronunciation, you'll hear caelum, heaven or sky. Luna, luna, moon. All of these words are repeated, building up and building up. Until we finally get to the main idea of this song, emphasized at the end, sung twice. Tempus Vernum, springtime. So here I'll provide my own personal English translation of the song. As you've seen, each Latin word can mean a multitude of things, so this makes for infinite possible interpretations. If you have your own English translation, please share it with us in the comments. I would absolutely love to know what Roma's translation would be. Maybe someday she'll let us know. So here's my own humble translation. I say, ocean, all things of the sea. I say, shadowing, early morning. Now north, south, now west, east. I say, ocean, all things of the sea. Overshadowing, morning. North, south, west, east. Now earth, stars, winter and summer. Now autumn and the time of spring. Therefore sunbeam and darkness. Fire, water, heaven, moon, earth, stars, winter and summer. Autumn and the time of spring. Springtime. So there are the lyrics. so powerful. These aren't really complete sentences, they're just abstract utterances, so to me it just sounds like an incantation calling forth all of the powers of the universe. The only two ways I can interpret the lyrics of this song are either a powerful invocation to all the elements of the universe, or as a poem. I think this might simply be a poem that abstractly reflects the struggle of nature and the struggle of humanity, working and working and trying, struggling and struggling to survive, and ultimately bursting forth into springtime and peace and joy. Either way, this is indeed a powerful incantation, calling forth all elements, all opposites, and all powers of the universe. And of course, these are only my personal interpretations. I would love to know what Roma, Enya, and Nikki thought it meant when they made it. And maybe you have another interpretation of this song. If you'd like to share it, please write it in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me today and studying Latin with me. I hope this video has made you happy. I hope it inspires you to study more Latin. And I hope you listen to more Enya. Her music is healing and simply divine. I love all of Enya's music, and every time I hear Tempus Vernum, it gives me chills. Thank you so much for joining me. Vale te, and blessed be.